Bingo.
All right, what we're going to do right now is we're going to talk about the Mundelein Mustang Fast Break. In the Fast Break, there's a few things that we have to remember. Number one, we're going to talk about coming at the ball. The opposite wing always going directly at the ball. We're then going to talk about the pass sprint. The pass sprint is nothing more than moving the ball forward to our basket instead of trying to move the ball backwards in retreat. The Omar is a special word that we use for a guy who beats the defense down the floor. Mongoose is a term that we use for outletting a ball to an outlet man, whether it's on a rebound or a ball taken out of bounds. And go opposite is the rebounder passing it, and going opposite is pass, not following it. So what we do when we talk about coming at the ball first, when we talk about coming at the ball, whenever we have outlets, we'll have our 1 and our 2 getting to the outlets if it's a made basket in the coffin corner. If it's a missed basket, the 1 and 2 are top of the key extended. And all we do when we talk about coming at the ball is wherever the rebound is delivered. Let's say it's a missed basket, and there's a rebounder here, and he delivers a pass to the outlet. When he delivers a pass to one of the outlets, the opposite guy is now the man who we want to get the ball in the middle to. And he will come directly at the ball. And what he will do is he'll run on a straight line at 1. Straight at 1. He does not run on an angle. Because when you're running straight at the ball, you make the defense make a decision. Number 1, do I want to stop the ball from going to the middle? Or number 2, do I want to stay ahead of the ball so I don't let it get beyond me? If 2 runs on an angle like this, and I'm a defender, I can guard that pass there, and I can cut off the pass to the middle, and I can stay ahead of where the ball is, and the ball currently right now is there. So the defender has done both things. If I am in a situation where I come at the ball like this, 2 comes at the ball, the defender's got to make a choice. Do I want to stop this pass, or do I want to stay ahead of the ball? Those are the choices I had to make. And so if I want to stay ahead of the ball, the pass comes in the middle, we're running our break normal. If I want to deny this pass, that brings us to the pass sprint. And what happens here is if I have a defender and he charges up to try to steal a pass here, we do what's called a pass sprint. The 1 recognizes that the defender's coming in the passing lane. He then does a dribble. When he dribbles, that signals the 2 that this is a pass sprint. And 2 will then instantly plant and cut and make a 90-degree angle and cut up the floor and leave 1 behind. And now we can make the pass beyond 1 and now beyond the defender, and now our 1 and our 2 have left the defender back here. And we've beaten the defender by simply doing our pass sprint. And the pass sprint is known as soon as 1 dribbles the ball. Now, that brings us to, we'll talk about Mongoose before we talk about Omar. Because Mongoose is the same situation in a pass sprint the same situation in a pass sprint only on a made basket. So in this situation here, if we have 1 and 2 in the corners after a made basket, the guy takes the ball out of bounds. We'll just say he's the 3. He's taking the ball out of bounds now. He makes a pass to the 1 or the 2. Now, if he does it normally, he makes a pass to the 1, 2 comes directly at the ball. We go down the floor like we did if it was a rebound. If a defender decides to run in and cut off our outlet pass, we yell Mongoose. And what that means is 1, instead of trying to come back to the ball, runs straight this way, and 3 throws the ball over the defender's head. Now remember, when you're throwing a Mongoose, you never want to go past the top of the key extended, because if I throw the ball over his head to half court, there's defenders here and they can steal a pass. But the Mongoose says, we're not going backwards, we're going towards our basket all the time. And so if I see this, 3 yells Mongoose, 1 knows that means that, hey, a defender's coming, and he takes off, and he stays wide, and 3 throws the ball over the defender's head. And that brings us to Omar. Omar is a simple term that we talk about, that some guy breaks down the floor free, and he's wide open, and there's no one beyond him. A lot of times when that occurs, what happens is people will say, hey, I'm open over here, and the man dribbling the ball has got to figure out where that guy is. If we yell the word Omar, that means I'm wide open, there's no one between me and the basket, throw it to me. And that signals anyone that has the ball, say we throw a mongoose right here, and one has the ball right here, one hears Omar, one can turn and blindly fire it towards the basket, because that means that there's somebody wide open down the floor and there's no one between them and the basket. That is Omar. And the last thing that we talk about in the fast break is go opposite. And all that simply means is, if I'm throwing an outlet pass here to one, I make an outlet pass to one here, two comes straight at the ball, one makes the pass to the middle, and three goes opposite. And one of the reasons we always go opposite is because the general tendency when you throw a ball in one direction as a defender is you look at where the ball is thrown. And when you look at where the ball is thrown, we take off and go and break down the floor, and we can leave him in the dust. Everything we do in our fast break is pushing the ball towards our basket. And the key to all the things that we do are based on time. And if one of the things that you can do in your practices is work on time, how fast can we get the ball inbounds to half court? How fast can we go from this area to this area, top of the key to top of the key, which we call the speed zone? How fast can we get through the speed zone? From top of the key to top of the key to top of the key. And for lower levels, you can time that and find out what it is and then figure out how you can improve on it. And the same thing when you are doing the 11-man drill, any drills like that, put time constraints on everything that you do and find out what they are, what level you're at, and try to improve on those. And that's how we can get better and better at the fast break. Remember, our fast break is our full court offense. We are trying to keep the defense on their heels all the time and getting easy baskets. If I can come down the court and get a layup or a wide open 15-footer, I'll take that every time, especially with the defense on its heels. And the last thing, and I did this for 2 years in a row, is I documented what our offensive rebound percentage was in a fast break situation and in a half court situation. And in both years, it was 81 and 83% of the time in a fast break situation, we got the offensive rebound because the defense is on its heels. In our half court set, we weren't a great rebounding team. We had 21% chance in offense rebound in half court and only 18% in 1 year. And I like those odds. And so that's why we're always trying to concentrate on our kids playing in a full court set. So at the freshman level, at the sophomore level, we are trying to work on speed and increasing our speed from one area to the next, getting in the attack zone to score. That doesn't mean that we don't run a good half court offense. It just means that we're trying to get in as many easy baskets as possible. And it's a demoralizing thing to the defense. And the same thing is for you younger kids, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, you can time these things with a stopwatch, figure out what it takes you to get through the speed zone, what it takes you to get down the court, and try to improve on those times as you go along. But just remember, the Munline Mustangs fast break never stops and always goes. And keep pushing the ball towards our basket.